Yeah. So, yeah. Yep.
Recording in progress. So Jenny, I'm going to repeat that. It's very interesting.
Okay.
So what are you doing right now? You are making a copy of stuff that is also not representing the world completely. It's
Right.
enhanced images of universe. We don't really know what colors are there because we have very limited ability to see the color, you know, and we see color through just atmosphere of this planet,
Right.
through the air of the, we have no idea right there, billion years from, and light years and speed of from us, what color is, you know. So it's a human understanding of universe, and now you getting excited and you kind of like a copying and working in that way. So there is Jean Baudrillard, French philosopher, who came up with important, very important concept for postmodern art called simulacrum. It's a copy of something that no longer exists. If you look at the postmodern arts, there is always citation of something.
Mhm.
You know, I'll tell you, we just have a couple minutes before we start with people.
Yeah.
So modernism, it's an attempt to change the way we see the world around us. It's very serious. It's almost academical approach of modernists. So Picasso breaking the figure in the geometrical shapes and trying to analyze it from all angles. It's almost academical approach. He's very serious what he's doing, you know? And he comes postmodernism in the 60s. And that's all satire almost. It's a copies of something no longer exists. It's a mixing styles. It's using the profane imagery, you know, it's a Campbell soup cans from the store and stuff like that. So that is a postmodernist. So, but you taking it seriously. So for you, it's not postmodernist. You're not commenting on our humble attempt to color something from our humblest point of view. We are so little in this universe. We understand, we nothing. We just not even dust, you know.
Right.
Our planet and even our sun is nothing comparing to these billions and billions of miles, never ending. The universe is expanding over time. It has no end. And so, and here we are with our little, you know, concepts and who can, but you should have two approaches. Just to, first of all, continue what you're doing. Create slightly bigger size. Create slightly bigger size. And what size are you using for this? It's like probably not big.
Most of them are 6x9.
6x9. So if it would be like a little bit slightly bigger, like 12x16 or 9x12, would be easier for you. Another thing, you're probably using it's a boards, right, with canvas. Yeah, so they're slightly coarse. It looks like coarse. So what you need to do, try to paint it with a lot of oil in it and varnish.
She's using acrylic.
I'm using acrylic.
You're using acrylic. So use low medium, and probably we're gonna do it one today. You're gonna do one today. We have 1.5 hours of beautiful.
And I gotta go, guys.
Oh, you're going.
You're in charge. See you later.
All right. Okay, someone is joining us also.
Yeah, other people are coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, Diana will be a little bit late, and I'm gonna work myself too. So what I was like when I was let me just go and take a look. I'm gonna take a look and I'll. Okay, let's see. So here we are. So what I would say about this imagery, it needs to be done. I think it's beautiful. It really is. It is like those colors, and it's immediately recognizable what you're talking about as an artist. You know, it's imagery of never-ending space.
I'm sending the abstracts that I did too.
Yeah.
Because I think they're fun.
Yeah, let me see. I'm opening. Oh, that abstract is great. That is like a Kandinsky. Maybe you got inspired, or maybe not. I don't know. So Kandinsky was, I like that. So that you can keep even more geometric. There's two approaches. Let's have a two approach kind of. Sandra, hi.
Hey,
Hi,
Sandra.
Happy
Good
New
to see
Year.
you.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, it's okay. We changing our class right now. You can continue printmaking, or you can do wherever you are, wherever you want to. You know.
I think today I'm going to finish for Rabbit so I can have a New
Absolutely.
Year card.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let's get. You can.
And after that, we'll see.
Sandra, you can continue printmaking with me here. You can continue printmaking, and this the meaning of the class: create a series and create a style and create a technique what is fitting you. And so, yeah, please work, continue. I'm here, and I'm gonna finish with Jenny. Jenny, you know
Okay.
what I was thinking. So there's two approaches. One is this geometrical. When you inspire by that, and then you go look at the Kandinsky's works.
Mhm.
Vasily Kandinsky, he had a big show in the Guggenheim. Did you see the show, or maybe?
Not recently, no, but
So
I
that's also,
known of
he
his work
talks
for a
about
long time, yeah.
he talks about space a lot, and he talks about spiritual in art, because it's really what I was talking about, expanding unit. It's almost spiritual. Who are we? What we're doing? Is that God there? You know, is the universe is a God, or there is a God who expands? So it's unanswerable questions, but
Mhm.
not be able to answer that. You creating the art that could be like temporary answers or something, you know.
Yeah.
So there is one approach is Kandinsky, more geometrical. Everything floats in this black kind of space that you have in this. I really like that. Second is this first works, which is I also like very much, but they need to be done. What I was talking about, when you're buying this canvas, maybe instead of canvas, buy wooden panel. They smooth
Oh,
it.
okay.
You know what I'm
Mhm,
talking about?
mhm.
And canvas could be done too. You can put a little bit of gesso over it, or go couple layers of. Hello, hi Julia.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome. My name is Lado. I'm a hosting and I'm a teaching, and I'm trying to help you with what I think you want to do with all your art thoughts, your thoughts in your mind to be materialized on the material, like on the paper or on the canvas.
Sounds fabulous.
Okay, and I'm gonna finish with the Jenny. And so what I wanted you to do, smoothest surface, little bit more medium in acrylic. So what I was talking about, smoother brush strokes.
Okay.
You see, I see some brush strokes there,
Mhm.
and maybe it should be, just try, should be smoother, kind
Okay.
of transition of paint should be smoother. And so there's just two approaches you have. Try both today. I really like the first, that I called like a Kandinsky type.
Mhm.
Maybe you should just go and create on a big black piece of, black could be like acrylic or gouache or what image.
Right. Yeah, I use a
Acrylic.
black gesso to.
So
as
put the
base.
black gesso, wonderful. And then on the black gesso, just don't rush. Make a maybe collage, maybe just cut out little shapes, glue them, and then paint connection around them.
Okay,
So let's do that today. Today we're gonna do
okay.
spiritual Kandinsky, never-ending universe, always expanding. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's great. Julia, I want to see your works or ideas or what we are working.
Wow. I'm a pastel person, so I do a lot of pastel stuff.
Yeah.
And I mostly do kind of landscapes. And I mostly do things from photographs, but what I'm really want to do is to kind of do more outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with the composition and trying to, you know, my brain sees too much and I do
Yeah.
too much detail, and so I want to kind of simplify and just figure out how to do really good composition. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I understand. Okay, I'm here to guide you. The simplified, it's a very tricky one. It has the simple in it, but it's very hard to do. So it's not easy to go simple, you know, it's actually really hard. You should, I think you should just concentrate. I like that you're working from photograph. I'm always trying to tell my students, please use photography as reference. Every artist starting 19th century use that. There is nothing wrong to use photography as especially your photograph.
Yeah.
Like phone is powerful tool. Just take a couple images, print it out, look at how it will frame it, and yeah. So for
I'll share a
simplification,
couple of things I've done recently. If I can
yeah.
find
Let me see. Yeah.
God, I can't find anything.
It's okay. It's
I've been
okay.
running around today. I just come back from doing the shopping.
This is a space. This is a space when I really ask everyone to be kind to yourself. There is no pressure. We just step by step, slowly improving our skills, and it
I
should
love
be.
the idea of the series as well.
Yeah, it should be joyous. I mean, you should enjoy doing that. There is no pressure. If you show me a couple images, I will be happy to guide you. And I
Well,
think,
yeah, sorry.
where you located, where you are now?
I'm in London.
In
Oh,
London. What a wonderful city. Oh my God, I love it so much. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
So London is very
This one I
excited.
did,
And
I
now I
made
understand.
This is a photograph that I took, and I
Yeah.
made myself do this in an hour. I set a timer so that I would not do too much detail.
Yeah. Are you sending it to WhatsApp or?
Yeah, I put it
Yeah,
in the thread.
I got it. I got it. Let me see.
Um,
Now I
and-
understand why you're talking about too many details, because London is such a, I mean, it's layers and layers and layers of everything, and it's really hard to. Oh, that's wonderful. That is really, really good.
And
I
then,
like the contour. I like how you have accent on one tree. It almost disappears off the frame. I like the shadows. I like the sky.
so I'd like to work on this one because this is, I go on these walks and I often end up in this place called Bell Hill, which is this. And I have been taking a photograph for the last 2 years. Every time I go there, so I see the changing of the seasons with
Yeah.
the trees and the different light, and depending on what time of day I get there. So I'm kind of quite interested in maybe developing.
Oh,
some-
that's fantastic. So you can create pastel series with this changing landscape and the changing. That's very wonderful, and it's very English too. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to see, because that is my favorite part of English art, you know, starting with Turner, Constable, landscape, English relationship to the landscape is wonderful. I think no one could do it better than English. And even now they continued with the Hockney, living legend, you know, his watercolor, his approach is very traditional in the way and so that's, yeah, let's do that. It's wonderful technique. I like your shag, how you're creating atmosphere, the shadows of the tree. I can almost feel it's a hot day and this purple, almost purple shadows. That's wonderful work. This is wonderful work. That would be nice. That would be nice to work on the series. Maybe, what size is that? What's the size of the work? Hi,
It's-
Peggy.
Yeah, I don't know what would you say? Maybe 16 by 12 inches, something like that.
Yeah, 16 by 12. That's pretty. You can go a little bit bigger and freer, like let's say 24 inches, just slightly bigger, and have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more, and maybe just, yeah, it's wonderful. You just need to do it. That's you have a theme, you have a technique, you just need to do it. Yeah.
This is another one that it's sort of halfway through. It's always interesting when you work on something and then you realize that the perspective is off when you see it in the photo. And so I've got a few changes I need to
I'll
make.
teach you how to use photos. You know, I'll teach you how to trace the images. Don't get wonderful colors. But yes, I see when you are creating something that is quite realistically, it's worth it to just to pay attention on the details. That perspective or lines should be kind of, and so I'll teach you how to trace the image on the paper before. So we'll take photograph, we'll trace the image. There is many ways to trace that image, you know, and then with the image traced, and don't worry about it. Every artist used to do that. as soon as Europeans figured it out, lenses. And you see the shift in art from Giotto to Vermeer in almost like a 200 years, you know, from slightly primitive, wonderful, but primitive, to very detailed. And that runs parallel with the lenses. Camera lucida, they all traced images. There's no problem to trace your image and be done with it, and then use your imagination, your colors, and so I'll teach you that too.
Wonderful.
And so for that, Peggy, I'm gonna pay attention, right? We'll talk, just give me 1 more minute and so for that, Julia, find the image you wanna work on.
Mhm.
And do you have printer at home? Just regular printer?
I do. It's not very good quality though.
You don't need quality, yeah, just a printer. Find me image, we're
Yep.
gonna print it out and we're gonna try, do you have a tracing paper?
Yeah, I can find something that will work.
We're gonna trace that image. So today our task will be how not to stumble with the drawing. Let's use world around us, the help. Because if you want classical drawing, that's another, yes, a lot of artists could absolutely do that, majority, but that you're starting an age of 3,
Yeah.
4, and then you work in 40 years.
Too.
So let's keep that part. Let's keep that part. I'll help you with that. And the final thing is, what matters is what's on your paper in the frame with your name on it. The
Mhm.
final, and it doesn't matter how you came to it. So find the image and we're gonna start from that, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. Hi, Peggy. I'm sorry I was,
No worries. I was late, so don't worry about it.
it's okay, it's okay. It's good to see you. Welcome.
Thank
And,
you.
my name is Lado. I'm a teacher. I'm hosting that series. It used to be printmaking class, but now we kind of evolved into just creating your own series, creating something vision you have and you want to develop it. And I'm here to help you. I'll guide you step by step.
Cool.
And
Yeah, I'm a chaotic artist. I have lots of styles, and a dream is to have a gallery show, and galleries don't tend to like, people who have artwork that looks like 12 different people made it.
oh, tell me that. I know, because my dealers would be, please don't confuse your buyers. Create
Right.
what it's absolutely true. It's really true. It's really
Yeah.
true.
I have
And-
ADHD, so it's a struggle to focus on one medium and one style because I get
Yeah.
very easily bored. So
Oh, I understand you. Oh, I understand you. Welcome. So this is very, very calm and safe space. There is no pressure to create something, but there is not a pressure, but will be step by step. And I promise you, your skills will improve, your vision will be clearer. And if you are jumping from style to style, I actually wonder right now when you said ADHD, I wonder Picasso and ADHD, why no one ever
Right.
took Picasso through that lenses, because that guy was jumping and he was allowed to,
yeah, totally. And plus he did jump around from things, but he also created a consistent body of work with each different style and approach to
Right, it's
creating
like would
that
be like
stuff.
5-year period, he does
Yeah.
that 5-year period.
Mhm.
But even within that 5 period, he would experiment. It is something about actually ADHD and Picasso to look deeper
Yeah.
in diaries and in his memoirs and maybe some his behaviors also. That's
Yeah,
very
totally,
interesting.
right?
Do you see there's already some interesting conversation?
Yeah.
So if you are someone who has multiple, styles you're interested, I was talking about postmodernism today with Jenny, and I think postmodernism, it's perfect kind of template to create that, because it's a mix of styles. And I would think about David Saleh. There's this famous American, if you heard, David Saleh, I don't know how. So David Saleh or Julian Schnabel, I'm gonna bring those male artists, big names of 90s. They exactly would mix things.
Oh, totally.
It would be like just a realistical representation, and they put something avant-garde on the top of it, and then some commercial piece. It's very interesting how maybe you can develop within one work, all of your approaches into one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I do collage and mixed media. I like encaustic. Encaustic doesn't play well with all the other mediums, but yeah, I'll try to find a picture to post to the WhatsApp so you guys can kind of, I had a show recently that displayed a lot of my different styles.
Fantastic. So I think here's two things. I work a lot of encaustic in my life. It's a little bit, it's fantastic medium. Nothing better than that. Look at the Fayum portraits. They're fresh after like 2,000 years.
Right? Yeah.
They're like
beautiful.
seriously, there's nothing. It's almost eternal technique. A little bit pricey. It's like,
yes.
I think I'm in Ithaca, New York. It's like not far from here. I think, what is the place called? Rochester or something like that. Rochester, they has the biggest encaustic little producing. It's a little place.
RFK or not RFK. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Kingston, it's even Kingston, New York, or Rochester, New York.
Yeah. That's my teacher. She does a lot of work with them.
Yeah, it's fantastic facilities. I've been there, but the prices was amazing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I always buy my pigments at other encaustic artists when they have their studio sales. They will try to purge some of their, extra collection of colors that they were like, I don't like this color anymore or whatever.
So I think let's summarize. I want to see your works. Also, I think it's absolutely possible to combine collage and encaustic. Encaustic could go as a layer. It's actually working very well. And then you can add something. You can scratch encaustic when it's dry, let's say white beeswax over some collage materials. You're putting the layer of it, you let it dry, you scratching, and then you glazing with oil, and then you taking it off, and it stay. So there is this multiple, encaustic actually allows you to work with multiple layers.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's one of the things I like about it. And I do let's add collage to the encaustic.
Yeah, so you can collage, encaustic, collage, and so create several layers like a sandwich, That's the first thing. And that way you can bring all your styles you're interested into one work. And if you create 10 of this work, when all your 10 things or multiple things in, that's cohesive. And then I think the goal should be to create really amazing art. And then galleries will come. Maybe I'm a little bit too romantic. I know how hard it is. I know. Where you located? That's
a great attitude to have. Just make it and they will come. It's true. That's
absolutely, they will come. Just build it and they will come. Where you located? What kind of gallery scene you looking?
I'm in Portland, Oregon. So
Portland, Oregon.
There's a variety of galleries, and I was thinking I would start small with the gallery that's down the street from me at Guardino Gallery. Yeah. She does monthly shows all the time. So
yeah. Okay. So I think you need to look at her. I'll give you some advice as the guy who went through all of that. I kind of lost interest in this game, actually. I am really, so you need to look at the style of a gallery. So what she or him who is exhibiting like, find your niche, It's like, yeah, that's the kind of art close to what I'm doing. And so they would have some interest. And create a body of work, cohesive body of work. Use your ADHD into one piece and then use all of those, and just to create. I want to see your images and then we'll start from there.
Okay, yeah, I'll get them up onto WhatsApp. I do all of this on my phone, so it might take me a moment. So if you need to chat with somebody else, go right ahead.
Yeah, I just, okay, I'm here, I'm just,
okay.
All right, good. And I'll check WhatsApp as soon as you're, and I'm gonna work too. I'm working on something too.
Dado, can I show you my rabbit?
Absolutely, Sandra. Incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
I think maybe I made this line too thick, but I can't.
You make this line too thick, but what you need to do right now, just print them out and then, just print them out several, and then you can adjust. It's nothing wrong to adjust your print with the paint.
Oh, right.
Because
sounds a bit involved.
that's a part of printmaking. No one actually pays attention because a lot of those imageries, especially like European wood blocks, they were colored after they printed. So paint over
Okay.
print, it's not a crime. Just do that. Just adjust with the same ink. Just to take
Okay.
a brush and make it slightly thinner. That's it. Print 10 of them and then adjust 10 of them, and you got your body of work right here. And we have a great lesson. It's fantastic, Rabbit. Actually, it comes from that scroll we were talking about, right?
Yes, it's Jojo Giga.
Yeah.
Um,
Just you need just
And I
two.
want to use them as a, well, I don't think I'm gonna make those cards and send them to people, but if I just have one good one, I can do a digital card
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And so
for the
yeah,
new year.
just print them and then adjust them with the same ink. Take a thin brush and just do that.
Thank you. Okay, we'll do that.
And I'm gonna work on my thing.
What are you doing today, Lado?
I'm a creating body of works. It's my right here.
Oh, wow.
It's a silk screen, and then I'm adjusting there's several of them. It's just an idea right now. There's several of them. There's two things I'm working. This guy, this is one,
Wow.
and this is one. There's also that one right here, Sandra.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a mixed media. It's a silk screen with our type of printmaking with the inks. And so
Wow.
this is goes to
Elaborate
my
printing.
gallery, which they're like, please send it. So I want to send several of them. And this is a sketches for tapestries I want to make, like real tapestries,
Wow.
with that image being thin, like a precisely, and then those little bit bigger part of like fatter, you know.
By
And
the way, Lado, I always end up with my fingers full of ink. I've noticed you do this very cleanly. How do you do it?
you don't. That's how the butcher full of blood, printmaker full of ink, baker
Oh, that
full
one
of,
came out well.
yeah, that's what we are. You can also use you can use this gloves. You can use gloves, you know,
Maybe.
but it looks like all right. Here we are, Peggy. I'm gonna wonderful, Peggy. It's very beautiful abstract art.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
I'm trying to find one more piece. So the one picture of all the pieces was from the show. And then
Yeah.
I'm just trying to attach some other like more close-ups of some of the pieces. And then there was a giant piece that was on a different wall. I just got to find that
Yeah.
image.
Wonderful. So those works, is it oil?
No, I do mixed media acrylic based items.
So why don't we create an enigmatic image? If yeah, I'll look another one. So yeah, it's wonderful. Your language is very, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like, yeah. So what you need to do, I think, glaze it with a transparent beeswax, let it stay overnight, work on the top of it, glaze it again. So sandwich it, create those layers which will bring some mystique to the image, you know?
Mhm.
Now it's a little bit too open, you know? It's just, yes, it's abstract. And some of them are quite good, very good.
Thank you.
But we've seen this kind of art, you know, sometimes. But if you put encaustic over it and make sandwich of this layer, then paint again, then layer again, that would be absolutely you.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll play
I think-
around more. It's hard with encaustic because it is expensive and I get frustrated easily with it.
Don't
then
get
here's the-
frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Here we are to just try. Why don't we try? Yes, it's expensive. Why don't we try smaller piece? Something small, 9/12.
Yeah.
So today you just paint this abstract, and especially I like all of them. So
Yeah, the last piece I just put is actually the largest piece. It's 22 by 17.
that's wonderful, wonderful. Yes, that is really pretty and interesting and wonderful. So yeah, I see what you're saying. You need some kind of cohesive line of,
Yeah,
and so here I am right here to help you with this. You know, we'll choose. I think the image you sent me, this second one, this one. If you see that one.
let me hold on. Let me make you bigger again. Show that one. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. Why don't you? And it's very interesting, and it invites for kind of like a conversation and thinking about what is that. So why don't you create something like that? Not a big size. I like square format.
Yeah, that's 12 by 12, so that's perfect. I love working in that
Perfect.
size.
12 by 12, not big. It's very, very perfect. And then, do you have a beeswax right now ready to just?
No, I don't. I'll have to get that heated up. But I plan on spending the entire day in the studio, so.
So fantastic. So
Yeah.
why don't we create a couple of those today in the same color palette and the same approach? I see you put something warm, and then with the cold color, with the bluish, you kind of made the shapes. It could be stones, it could be planets, it could be maybe even trees on the left. It invites imagination to work.
Right.
And then abstraction does that. It's very successful.
No, well, thank
Let's
you.
do
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right. I'm
Wonderful.
gonna head to the studio. I'm gonna mute myself so you guys don't have to hear me walking through my house.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm gonna also work right now. I wanna make something. That's wonderful, Julia. Wonderful image. I think, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right here, that's a wonderful image. I see that it's the same frame. Let's keep it the same frame, this repeatedness of this would be interesting, you know, in the changing. I think right here, you should really pay attention. The same trees and everything. There's two different kind of like the darker and lighter in the landscape. You can see the depth, but I think that spectacular cloud should be the main focus. So so print it out, or you can so print it out, and then you did it. It doesn't have to be color. It can be black and white, less ink, you know. So right now, put the tracing paper over it, and the trace main outlines, which, and especially that one the rest of the clouds could be also adjust by hand, but this one, the big one that goes in the corner and takes almost like 30% of this entire image, that one, just trace it absolutely precise with the trees, outline of the trees, and outline of these planes. There's a second plane, a lighter one.
Okay.
And then we're going to trace it on the paper today.
Yeah.
On a paper in which you're going to create that.
Okay. Sounds
And then
good.
we're gonna do it.
And just like a normal pencil, not use a pastel pencil or anything like that. Just
Again,
normal.
it would be not a pastel pencil. Forget about pastels right now. We need maybe not a pencil, maybe some kind of black pen.
Okay.
Like I'll tell you why. Because you're gonna trace the image on the tracing paper. When on our side we're gonna put graphite.
Okay.
Whole thing. And then we will put it on a paper with which you're going to work and trace it again. And that graphite will give you a marks. So if it's, you understand? So if it's graphite, if you making it with a pencil and then putting on opposite side graphite, it will disappear. So you need something. It could be ballpoint pen.
Okay.
Is that ballpoint pen in English, or you have something different?
Yeah, no, we do ballpoint pen. Yeah.
Is it not Americanism? Is it?
Black markers.
Oh, okay, that's nice. It's a ball.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, something like that. Black ballpoint pen, something, or marker, black marker.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay. I knew one. Okay. Well,
Lado,
Yeah, Sandra.
when you need to wash the old ink and put some new one, do you also wash the rubber? I mean the art thing?
Yeah, you can. You can. If you
Okay.
need total
It'll be
different.
cleaner, right?
Yes, but it's easy to wash, right? It's water.
Yes, it's easy to wash.
Or you can
Fine.
leave it. Sometimes I'm using, you know, like and it creates different colors almost, you know.
But in this case, I want it red because it's for the Chinese New Year.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, wash it.
I don't know where I put it. exactly what she said.
We need some more.
Jenny, how is going?
I was thinking when you said cut up paper to put on it,
Yeah,
I thought, what about music?
yeah,
So I painted a bunch of music
right.
and then as soon as it's dry, I can cut it and use it.
And they create, yeah.
Does-
Please do, please do.
Is
Wonderful.
that weird?
wonderful.
I mean,
Wonderful.
music is universal and this is the universe.
Yeah, yeah. You know how we are always sending musical
Right, right.
capsules in the space, you know? Yeah. Nice, very nice. I see. I think you're onto something, you know? Let's create cohesive body of works from that. And let's see. Wonderful. Peggy, how is going?
It's going. I started with a piece of paper I had already smeared some paint on. And
Good,
then I'm
good.
just drawing shapes and playing and having fun.
Total free, yeah. Just freedom, express it, and then we're gonna put some encaustic and let's see. Good, very good.
That won't happen till later.
Yeah,
After
yeah, yeah.
class.
You can do it. You can do it on your own and then bring it in next. Yes, yes,
Sounds
yes.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, it's 12:55. I'm gonna have like, let's have 5 minutes break. You can get your coffee, tea, and in 5 minutes we're back. And Julia, I want to see what you're working on. In 5 minutes, okay? Let's have a little break. Just ease. Just yeah. All right. Perfect.
Comme très bon, comme.
We got sun in Ithaca. Wow.
Some snow?
Yeah, it's snow. It's pretty cold.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was very cold here this morning, but no snow.
We had flurries yesterday and I'm like, really? That's pathetic. We need some real snow. We haven't had real snow.
Yeah, same here. We got
We
flurries.
have a
just
little bit
yesterday
of
morning.
snow. It's a little bit of just like dust of snow.
Mhm. I sent you what I've got, Lotto.
Okay.
I just taped them because I'm not happy about the placement right now, so I can rearrange.
Yeah, you can
Is
you
it-
can you can build the composition around those vertical lines.
Mhm.
You see this tall, you can repeat it somewhere, just two vertical, and then, but also you can glue it as it is, just to go with the flow, and then adjust it with the paint over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Just,
yeah, that won't be the finished piece. You're
It's
right.
a lot of abstract art is intuition, you know,
Mhm.
and just a momentum. If it's not geometrical abstraction, then it's very like almost like a calculated, like Mondrian and that. But
Right,
those
right.
type of is just yeah.
But I'll send you the best one.
Okay.
I tried to make it thinner, but it didn't work, so I'm leaving it thick. It's thick on the picture. I think it's okay. Let me see the trail. Today we're into.
Okay, I'll take a look. It's wonderful, actually. You know what you can do? You can also maybe create that thick line around the ears, and then it would be like, oh, it's a part of it. It's just, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like 1 year,
Okay.
which is will
Actually,
repeat. You
Now
can
that I see
recreate.
the tip of the ears is really thick, so I'll dig that out.
I'm gonna take it. I'll show you which one. I'll show you which one. Just look here. Sandra, can you see it?
Right?
This one. That line could be a little bit thicker, that line right here.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
you're
we-
right.
It fills
Great.
up with ink. But also now that you mentioned this, I noticed that the tip of the ears are actually thick and black. I mean, not black, but you know.
But it is wonderful image. It's very joyful. It's nice.
I love this scroll.
There is an artist who does rabbits, only rabbits or hares, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I saw it in the Cincinnati Art Museum cafeteria, and its whole wall of the, let me find him. I'll send you the name. I'll find it right now. I was thinking about you, by the way. Okay. Yeah, right here. I'm gonna send you. Sandra, you wanna check? I will send his name.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Lotto, I've done a basic tracing, I think, and sent it through the paper.
Okay, we're gonna. Oh, I see. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, that's absolutely why it's marks on the landscape. And what I want you to do right now, just to turn it from other side and then put entire page with the graphite. Just a 2B pencil would do. Just cover it with the graphite.
I've got this amazing stick, actually, that I bought at a gallery. I'm going to show you it. I've never found a cause for using it. but
Okay, okay.
Maybe I can use it here.
Oh, thanks, Lado. I'll check him out.
Yeah, I sent the image right now. I sent the name right now.
I've got it. Hans Solnem. Slonim.
Julia, show me your material. What are you talking about? Is this a big one graphite piece? Fantastic. Is it graphite?
Yeah, handmade water soluble graphite stick.
Water soluble. Oh, water soluble. You can.
I think you can like make it wet, and I think you can paint up it.
I think
I
that,
love
you know what it is? It's almost like it's, yeah, it's strange shape, but it's almost like a watercolor thing. You know, you're putting it on the paper and then you're using brush and your drawing turns into the watercolor.
Yeah, I
That is
just,
what
I
it-
just loved the kind of, you know, tactile nature of it, and I bought it. but I
Yeah, no,
haven't-
maybe for now, just a regular
just
pencil.
a
If you, yeah,
I'll find another course.
no, that is very interesting. Try it today just to make a little impromptu landscape and use the watercolor over it. It will turn it into the kind of ink drawing, you know?
Yeah. It comes off on your hands, so it's obviously, yeah, it's very, you can do all sorts of stuff with it.
I use water soluble graphite all the time.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
wonderful. It's also, I can use those kind of guys too. It's almost the same art craft.
Oh, yeah, same people.
Yeah.
So the 2B pencil, you say, all over everything?
Say it again.
2B pencil all over everything?
All over everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or at least over every line, just a figure. Just be generous with it. Put it all over, and then we're gonna turn it around. You will use the Scotch tape on your piece of paper. We're gonna make pastel, and you go over again with the pencil.
Okay. I think I'm just being really thick about how this is going to work. So I'm just going to go with it and see.
Yeah,
how
step by step, step by step. So now turn it around and put the graphite all over it. Take your time.
Although I did the tip like in the picture.
That's fantastic. This is it.
That's
This
it
is
to
it.
work. So
Now there is the harmony between white spaces and the thinner lines.
Mm.
That's done. That's wonderful. Just
So I need a
print
good
them.
print now.
Yeah.
Hey, so sorry I missed your,
Oh my God,
Hello,
Diana.
Diana.
We
Hi,
miss you
Diana.
too.
yeah, I had to go to the store and I don't know what I'm looking for when I'm gonna buy equipment for welding.
Why doesn't, you should go himself.
Yeah, but then I waste his time. I have to pay him to go to the store too.
All right.
It's better I go and then I take pictures of stuff and send to him and he says, buy this, buy that.
Oh my God, amazing.
So what is he welding for you?
He's making a damper for our fireplace.
Oh, wow, that's elaborate.
So he's making it from scratch.
We're using our fireplace every evening now. It's cold and
Really?
it's nice and it's so
Oh, cool.
proper.
It is nice.
Make sure you get a carbon monoxide alarm because in that room, I think, because I didn't know that, but they can produce carbon monoxide.
Oh, we
Yeah,
have.
but not,
Oh,
but
good.
not if your damper is open.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, it's open. We had the guys to check this out.
Yeah.
Almost felt like an Anderson's fairy tale. You know, the guys are coming with the
Right. Yes.
like,
I grew up with firewood heating. We didn't have any electrical heating or gas heating.
Wow. It doesn't, because that's weird because it doesn't heat very much. I noticed
It
before
heats,
my
so,
fireplace.
you know, a real wood fire stove, like the one they have in Northern Europe, It's
Oh,
it's a
that's
whole
different.
system. It's a whole system. It's a big,
Ceramic, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Ceramic.
the
Not a
round
fireplace, a
and
firewood
it's
stove.
and it has pipes that goes up and down and up and down with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
with the inside. So that keeps, once you warm up the whole thing, and you close the damper once all fire is out, it keeps the heat for 24 hours.
Yeah, it's fantastic. In the mountains of Georgia, where it's cold, Georgia is a warm country, but in mountains it's cold. They have this type of stoves. You can even bake the bread there. You know, they say
Oh, yeah.
compartments.
Yeah.
Compartments for
Yeah.
cooking.
I grew up with that too. Yeah. Part of my upbringing, I grew up on a farm that was an old-fashioned farm. We didn't even have a toilet inside the house. You had to go outside.
Outside,
Wow.
yeah, I know.
The outhouse, which in Sweden is probably not fun. in the
It's
middle of
not
winter.
fun during the winter, I can tell you that.
I bought the house in Georgia, and it also has outside, in a
Outhouse.
in a wine country, like little house and a big kind of property. And my wife said, "Where's where's restroom?" I said, that is the outside. Diana, what are you working on? You know, we're changing from printmaking to the series.
Oh, yeah.
It could be printmaking, like Sandra continues.
At
We're
least for
making
this time, I'm continuing.
We're making the best rabbits in the world right now.
Oh, yeah. That would,
Yeah.
that would be Sandra.
But it's because it's the new year next week. Is it
And so-
is the
And I
lunar year of
think,
the
Diana, we should really continue this modernist language and exploring.
Oh, yeah, I would love to do that.
So let's do that. Let's explore modernism and let's try to. Wonderful, Sandra,
That's
it's
something oh, look at that.
So I need to find a good one, maybe print again, and then I'm going to make a digital postcard. It's too difficult to make many postcards.
And Peggy, have we met?
Nope, I am Peggy. I'll have
Where
to
are
find
you?
it. I'm doing this on my phone, so it's always challenging. I'm in Portland, Oregon.
So are you one of Leah's private students?
No, I'm actually a Leah friend, and I love her, and so I took some classes from her before the pandemic. I bought a 10 class card and then only used 2. So I'm like, hey, this sounds like a class I would like. I'm going to take this one.
Absolutely. We like you in this class. Please, let's do this.
Welcome
too.
to the group.
Yeah, and where is everybody from? I came in late, so I didn't hear where everyone was from.
I'm in Los Angeles. I run the Los Angeles Press Club, and I take as many classes as I can. I don't take all the classes, but I attend a lot of classes. I work a lot on my own project, as does Sandra.
Nice, yeah,
And
that's what I
Diana
usually
is
do.
Swedish.
Yeah, I'm Swedish.
And you're Swedish. Excellent. And Sandra, where are you from?
So I'm French, but I live in Washington, D.C. I'm a
Okay.
journalist with Reuters. And so, there's so I'm one of Leah's corporate clients,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
she was doing, yeah, that's awesome. Great.
And I take many classes as well. And I like to do animals. So even when Leah is painting naked people, I continue doing furry animals. And street scenes, I just do animals.
I also am the rogue student in all the classes that I take.
Yeah. I'm in Ithaca, New York.
Oh, okay, cool.
I lived many years in New York City, and now we moved to Ithaca. It's 4 hours from New York. I guess it's like closer to Canada.
Yeah, I'm
it's
on
north.
the East Coast.
It's north, and I love it, and it's good. It's a pretty neat town. It's a town of Cornell University.
Yeah, I applied to go there.
How did
they
you
did not
go?
accept me. They did not accept me.
Ah, these Ivy League snobs.
I wanted to go to their art school. Yeah, no, they didn't want me. And Jeannie, where are you from?
And I'm based in New York City. I used to work at
Awesome.
Reuters and now I'm just a student.
Awesome. Very cool. And is that who else is in here? Oh, and Julia, where are you?
Hey Peggy, I'm in London. I'm at Reuters as well. I used to work with Jeannie before she abandoned us. But yeah, no, I'm still hanging around.
It's an international group. We
Yeah,
only have,
And Lado is
we only
Georgian.
have two Americans, right?
I
You're
know, I
Yeah.
know, but the geography is pretty amusing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I grew up in Connecticut. Well, I was born in Connecticut. Then I lived in Scotland. Then I grew up in New Jersey. Went to college in Savannah, Georgia. And
Oh, I
I've
love
been-
Savannah.
Yeah, I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, and I've been in Oregon now for 27 and a half years.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That's
Savannah
a
is
great
amazing.
school.
Yeah, Savannah was great. I really appreciated going to school there. I don't think I'd want to live there full time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been an artist all my life. I gave up actually creating the stuff that brings me joy for a while because I'm a graphic designer by day. And
Oh, for what?
for my
no.
right now, currently for myself, I work for myself.
But who do
but I
what
do
means
print-
it like news graphics or corporate graphics
I've
or
done all of it, but I prefer to do print, which is a dying thing, but not in Portland, Oregon, because there's so many hands-on printers and stuff. So I design, like I do all of Leah's note card printing and any smaller
Oh,
print
cool.
she needs for selling.
Amazing. So Peggy, let's go back to joy.
Yeah, right.
Something
Joy.
that brings you joy. Let's go back. But
Get
we're
my
gonna
fingers dirty.
yes, we're gonna create this cohesive body of work. And I was thinking about actually what you said, like it was amazing that you share. Like I think I had ADHD and I'm kind of all over the place. Be all over the place. You know that my favorite artist Cezanne said, "Use your temperament and you will win." So that's who you are. Be all over the place. But gallery is like cohesion. So let's say you produce 30 works, but 10 of them will have some kind of links with each other. So those 10s we're gonna create portfolio you will show around.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know I just have to do the work to see where the common thread is.
Yeah, and so more you work, more some kind of your idiosyncrasies will come out, your little, strangeness. That's what they love, and I'm absolutely into encaustic. Yeah, let's do this layered work. It creates this mystique,
Yeah. And I think I'm actually gonna, because since I did use acrylic, and it's really not good to put hot wax over acrylic because it melts. But
Right.
I also love cold wax. So I think I'm gonna incorporate cold wax on these pieces that I'm
Absolutely.
starting on today. And then I can get that same look of the layers and the luminescence, but without, making it toxic in the
Right.
studio.
That luminescence creates this like what's behind it is kind of and also we will think about form. We will think about maybe it's smaller on the thick panels sticking out of the wall,
Yeah.
maybe bigger ones. So let's work on this.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Lotto, I have a stupid question.
Please bring it.
I'm assuming encaustic is something that repels so that it's like wax or something like that, am I correct?
It's wax, yes. It's a hot beeswax with the pigment and you
Oh,
painting with it. You have a palette, let's say kind of metal with a heater under it. It's melted kind of, it's right there in this state. And then you applying it with the brush or a palette knife onto the canvas. Maybe wooden panel would be better,
Yeah,
with special
right.
encaustic gesso. And it's luminescent. It's very fast technique. The most famous of encaustic, it's a Fayum portraits. It's the Egyptian Greek colonies in Alexandria.
And
Yes,
Jasper Jones is probably a more modern artist that you know of. He
Oh,
used
oh.
encaustic a lot. Jasper Johns, he also did a lot of
Yeah, all Jasper Jones flags and targets,
Mhm.
it's encaustic. Yeah,
Mhm.
I had no idea.
yeah,
Next
and
time, I'll have my palette set up and ready to go so that I can show you.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And so look at the Fayum, but the Fayum artist, it's a post-Ptolemaic Greek colonies, like Cleopatra and all that. This Egypt
yeah.
was Greek, the Greek-speaking people. And so they created this Fayum portraits, strangely incorporated it to mummification of Egyptian style. So it would be mummy, but the portrait will be in the classical Hellenistic, and they use, and it's amazing. It's a 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
Every
It's one of
major
the oldest
museum
art
has it.
forms, right?
It's and it's in. I'll show you right now. Actually, I have it right here by my. Where is it? Just give me a second. I'll show you encaustic portraits. Right here. So that is the Fayum. That's encaustic. It's a.
Gorgeous.
It's done with hot beeswax.
Oh, wow.
It's a 50-year, maybe 0 to 50 AD. It's 2,000 years old.
And how does it survive if it gets heated?
It's not because it's it would go to the probably to the graves, you know.
So here's the bit about that. That's beeswax mixed with a damar resin, which makes the beeswax more firm. And so over time, it actually gets really hard, and
Yeah.
it won't melt until it gets to 250 degrees. So my friend who teaches encaustic painting, she's
Yes.
like, if your encaustic painting is melting, get out of your house because it's on fire. So it won't melt in the sunshine. I mean, you don't want to put it in a direct beam of
And that's the
sunlight.
damar resin she was talking about.
Yeah.
And it looks like a stones.
Oh,
And so you're mixing those little pieces like an ember. You
Mhm.
mix it with the
I
beeswax.
I don't have room for more material.
You don't have to. You don't have to. No. It's just, it's good to know. You know, you're going
It
to
is,
museum.
it is.
You're going to
Very
museum
good to
to see
know.
Fayum portrait, and you know. But I also, you know, it's worth to try. It's worth to try. It's incredible. It's an incredible technique. Peggy, thanks to bringing it in. You see, I'm ready. You see, I'm absolutely armed
You're armed with everything.
with everything. I tried encaustic. It's not melting because of damar.
so, Lado, I have this. Will that,
Yeah,
is that good to use with the acrylic to make it smoother?
absolutely. It's even named glazing.
Right,
So you know what glazes are?
yeah.
So it's this transparent transition of the color of old masters. You see this Leonardo face, and that's a glaze. He's like so that is and acrylic is the little bit limited material. It's plastic, you know, it's not
Right.
oil, you know. And so that's why they're creating those glazing things, which will give you some, and to play with it, try, you'll see consistency of how it needs to be done. Julia, show me what you are achieved right now.
I just sent it on the thread.
Okay.
It's sort of, I don't know if you can see that there. It's light, but it's on the paper.
It's wonderful. Now you can just retrace it and use your pastels. That's how you should create all these complicated geometrical perspective images you want to work on. That's how you transfer them. So you have
Okay.
proper. So now you know you can press
Isn't
it.
it? It's like the other way around now.
Yeah, you can press it harder and it will be even more. It depends on the pencil you. So 2B, maybe 4D. 4B would
Maybe.
be better.
Yeah. Okay. You better go.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. You got it. You have it now. Just to start your pastel, you can transfer that on the pastel paper too. I think for this series, you should find certain same size as we talked about, same size and the same pastel paper. Maybe ochre. You know, the pastel paper has their own kind of like colors.
And
Maybe gray.
This one is this is pastel matte,
Yeah,
I love pastel matte.
and it's a kind of just a light grey finish.
fantastic. Yeah. So for creating that series, how many images you're thinking? Like, how many you have?
I think at least 4. I mean,
4,
I've got
fantastic.
4. I've got
Fantastic.
so many different photographs of this thing because every time I go through this walk, I take
Very
a
good,
picture
very
in the
good.
same exactly the same place.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, was fascinated.
I'm very happy. How did it end up being amazing drawing transfer?
Yeah, it works. I mean, I suppose I mean, really stupidly, of course, it transfers the image the other way around. So because you're pressing down that way, you're
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't
no,
be.
did I do it wrong?
So look, that's your image. Let's say that's your image.
Yeah,
One side, right? You trace it from.
yeah,
Then you're turning thing around and you're putting here. Then
Over
you're putting it
graphite.
down and tracing it again.
Over your drawing.
You'll see when you do it.
No, but I think she did it wrong.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I turned it over.
Yeah, so if you trace the rabbit, you trace it on here, then you turn around, you put all the graphite here, and then you trace your image exactly again, and it should transfer in exactly the same way.
Yeah, I think I did it wrong.
It's okay, it's okay. It's still.
That's okay, next time.
So here is the image. You see tracing paper. Here is the image.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put graphite on the other side completely.
Yeah,
That graphite side goes to the paper and I'm retracing it from this surface. And
Okay.
that brings exactly the same.
okay. Yeah, I definitely, I know what you're saying. It actually pressed through as I was tracing it onto the paper, but that's fine. I can absolutely do it again.
Yeah, absolutely do it again. It's very easy. It's mechanical transfer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't explain. Probably I didn't explain it to you.
It's good to practice things.
Yes,
It
yes,
is.
that's
And it's good to make mistakes because you learn more from them.
I do. This is what I've realized about myself as well, is
it's
that
not
I'm
even
very
mistake.
difficult.
It's not even mistake because you have an image.
I
You
have
can
an image,
continue with
exactly.
that. It's
It's
nothing.
just
It's
reversed.
yeah,
that's
it's not a
okay.
mistake. It's just a different approach.
It's a good way of saying it.
But I like mistakes. Because I think it's a very we're living in a society of perfectionists. Western society is a perfectionist, you know, and mistakes are good. Look at the Japanese.
Yeah, wabi sabi, right?
Wabi-sabi, mistakes. And
And,
honestly, they want it, they do it better than anyone else. You can even approach their technological power and power of exactitude and precision. But with all that, you need this Zen calligraphy, wabi-sabi, mistake, you know, and it's almost divine.
Yeah, and Bob Ross used to call them happy accidents.
That's what he did.
Sorry.
What was that? Who was he? What is this?
Bob Ross was.
I know it's a TV guy, but like,
TV superstar. He was the longest running online OPB show ever. And yeah, unfortunately, he just did what the network told him to do. Like, they were like, they want you, they just, you know, turned him into a monkey pretty much. But he is
Okay,
very
that's
zen.
smart.
My neighbor children love to watch him. It's kind of funny.
wow.
That's my
gorgeous.
lion I finished yesterday.
Oh, it's so nice.
Okay, well,
Sandra, I'm still trying to send you to the.
oh, to the
Zoo.
zoo. It's very cold. We'll go. I will go to the zoo.
So
You have
our
to go
lesson is
early.
the lesson is almost over. It's 1:30. I think it's hour and a half, but let's go a little bit like an hour, 10, 15 minutes. I want to see Julia's transfer really.
Have any of you, I know I love this TV series. Have you seen Painting with John?
No.
John Laurie? You're
Is it
on
like-
mute.
Is it like
Jenny,
Amer-
you're on mute.
I've seen that it exists. Is it, I wondered if it's good, is it?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so whimsical and wonderful. And he's really skilled. He does mostly watercolors mixed with gouache, but
Yeah.
he tells stories as he paints, and he's
So say it again, painting with
Painting with John. It's on HBO.
Oh,
I think there are 2 or 3 seasons.
all right, I'm gonna check. Thank you.
Oh, it's so much fun. If you like whimsical.
Who doesn't?
I was gonna say, you better like whimsical. Life's too hard otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and be kind to yourself. Life is really hard. You all guys successful. So be kind to yourself.
And he tells a story, he tells stories about other artists, like he knew Basquiat and he knew Warhol. And he tells a story, you'll see, I can't tell it, but he tells when he steps in one of Basquiat's paintings, because he didn't see it on the floor.
Oh,
And
no.
now you can see his foot in the museum where the painting is.
That's amazing. So I'm gonna check this. Thanks. Amazing. Basquiat we like.
Mhm. He was John Laurie is an actor and musician, and he got a nerve damage, so he can't play anymore. And so
Yeah.
he turned to painting, and now, he's in art museums all over the world. He lives on a tropical island somewhere.
Not bad. I would probably die of boredom on tropical island after a couple of weeks, but okay.
Not when you live like he does.
Okay, maybe. I'll check.
Maybe you would. But he lives there with his muse, and you'll see. It's
I'll
fun.
see.
It's fun.
Okay, Lotto, I sent it over.
Yeah, wonderful. And you
Oh.
put little glaze over it, so let it dry.
Yeah.
And now you can apply some paint over it, like flat. And also, I would like you to use artist tape. Have you ever used artist tape? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I've not used it before.
You can put the tape it, and then stencil. You take in paint. You have a exquisite line.
Right.
You can that would make it look amazing. Not
Okay.
everything should be, but like it's not bad to have that.
No, that makes sense. I'll try that.
Yeah, you can go in any art supply store in New York City and just ask artist tape.
Yeah.
And Japanese one again, Japanese one.
Japanese is the best. That's the one I get. Holbein.
Yeah.
Soft tape by Holbein. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You can find it on Blick.
Or if you
There's like
into
3 Blicks in New York City, so yeah.
yeah. I miss that. I miss that about New York City art supply store. I told you Ithaca doesn't have art supply store. It had, but it's kind of
Doesn't it even have it at the university? As
they
they have
have
an art
something
school?
probably. Yeah, they have department. The architecture department is very good. They have a little boutique there, but it's not, you know. And they have Michael's, but Michael is more craft store.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the prices all over the map. They're actually sometimes a lot more expensive unless you get a coupon.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to deal with the coupons.
But they have good coupons.
I found this washi tape on Amazon for very reasonable price.
Yeah,
It's 1 inch. I think that's 1 inch, maybe. it's
Oh, yeah,
3/4.
that's what we call the museum tape, yeah.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than painter's tape because a lot of people use either
Yeah.
the regular blue painter's tape or the frog tape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Frog tape. I like frog tape. My
But you
favorite.
know,
I have some frog
that
tape.
is also called museum tape because you put it on glass and stuff when you
Right, right.
transport things.
Mhm.
Right.
And it doesn't leave any residue, but
Yeah.
it's really strong, much stronger than blue tape.
So what it
Yeah,
cost?
it's
What it
really-
But
Can
I
you
found
put-
that
Can you send it across the, I've
Yeah.
been looking for that tape here. I've
It
only
says
bought it
made
in
in
Sweden.
Japan, and it's actually a 3M brand though. So I will.
That's how we call 3M brand. Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
find that
made in
when you
Japan. I'll find the Amazon link that I used and share that in the WhatsApp.
Please send it,
Yeah.
share it.
And the
I find-
secret, you know, like if you're starting with a fresh piece of paper and you tape out the frame, you know, a lot of people do that. What I do when I want to just have a nice clean edge, before I start painting, after I put the tape down, I run a little tiny bit of either clear medium or white gesso along the edge of the tape. Because
Uh-huh.
then that makes the seal. So if anything got under, it's just white and you
Yeah.
can't
And you
tell.
don't get that fuzzy edge.
Yeah, and you don't get the fuzzy edge, so. And also peeling the tape as close to itself as possible, like kind of like how this is, like, you don't pull it away from your paper like that, you pull it away like this, very.
Little by
close.
little, yeah.
you don't tear it
Yeah.
up. But I found
like
that
frog tape.
the colored tape, they affect my sense of color. So I don't use them
Yeah,
anymore.
that's why I'm painting it over with the white gesso, I just cover the whole tape, so I don't,
Oh, okay.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peggy.
yeah, no problem. I'm known as the tips and tricks girl.
I love that tape. It is so useful.
But you can use frog tape too. Frog tape.
Yeah,
from-
but that
Yeah.
is better than frog tape.
better than, okay, I'll check it
Yeah.
out. Fantastic, fantastic. Julia,
Yeah.
how is going? Show me.
Slow. It's going slowly. It's like I'm scribbling like mad and I'm not getting very far.
So I think, yeah, we should maybe you should invest in little, like, you know, like thick graphite things, like without wood around it. The graphite,
Yeah,
that would help you to put the graphite over the tracing paper.
okay, yeah, I mean, I'm just using a little 4B pencil. It's like,
Yeah.
it's hard work.
Yeah, it's so you can send the images. I think let's call it the day today.
Okay.
And please send the images over the thread. Okay, we will, and I'll
I'm
meet you
not
guys
done.
next week. I'm very, very happy with the results today.
Yeah,
You all
I'm
amazing.
still working on this thing, so.
Fantastic, fantastic. You all amazing. I'm humbled to be your guide here, guys.
Oh, thank you,
We love
Lalo.
you, Lotto, and Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Happy
Great
New Year.
teacher.
Yeah.
Happy New Year
All right.
and
Happy New Year,
welcome to the
guys.
group, Peggy.
Yeah.
Let's have a nice
You're welcome. I
2023,
look forward
okay?
to
Full of
more.
art.
Yes.
All right. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks, Lalo.
Have a great day or evening.
Bye, bye.
Good.